Aqua!
Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Yes, this is Trinity Armor, the combiner mech that had the most anime introduction I've ever seen in a Kingdom Hearts game, but yeah, we actually get a pretty fun boss fight. Dare I say, one that's even better than the guard armor that it was apparently spawned from. And yeah, I probably should have used a more apt finisher apart from Tornado, but, you know, did a fair bit more damage than I was really expecting, so yeah, in a similar fashion to Trinity Armor? This is Trinity Armor. In a similar fashion to Guard Armor, though, yeah, you pretty much need to take down this boss in segments. First with the legs, then the arms, and then, of course, well, the head. Again, as you could no doubt tell with the previous part and how all of these parts tended to arrive in segments, therefore representing the three characters, yeah, it has different attacks based upon which body parts are currently active, so, yeah, something to look out for. Unfortunately, though, nothing really to do with the boss fight, but there is a rather annoying segment after this where very contrived writing happens, but I'm not going to spoil it just yet, because, yes, good use of blocking. Yes, yes. Anyway, I mean, this is a rather good fight, and, again, one that you do get to fight as all three characters, and it will be making a return in the Mirage Arena. And no, you can't block that big fuck-off laser. No matter how hard I tried, this probably would have been a good opportunity to show off the Sky Climber, actually, but, yeah, sadly it was not meant to be. But yeah, Aqua and Terra don't really do too much in terms of this boss fight. They're really just sort of there to show that, your friends are here, finally reunited, without any excess bullshit that'll be happening in the next cutscene. Oh man, this is gonna be painfully contrived. But first,
Yeah!
finish it.
Ben, now! Come on!
Got him.
We make a good team.
Sure do. Oh yeah, I got you these tickets.
For what?
Lifetime passes to Disney Town. He said to take two grown-ups.
You mean us? Listen to me, Ven. We need to get you home.
It's okay, Aqua. Trust me, that guy in the mask is history. I'll never badmouth Terra again.
You saw the boy in the mask?
Yes?
Vanitas. Ven, you let Aqua take you home.
No way! I want to go with you guys.
You can't. We have a dangerous task ahead of us. I don't want you to get hurt.
And what is this dangerous task, Terra? It doesn't sound like what the Master told you to do.
It might be a different route, but I'm fighting the darkness.
I'm not so sure. I've been to the same worlds as you, and I've seen what you've done. You shouldn't put yourself so close to the darkness.
Listen to yourself, Aqua. Terra would never...
You mean you've been spying on me? Is that what he said to do? The Master's orders?
He was only...
Aqua?
I get it.
Terra?
Just stay put! I'm on my own now, alright?
Terra, please, listen! The Master has no reason to distrust you, really. He was just worried.
You're awful, Aqua.
So now you know the truth. But the Master loves Terra. And you know that too.
Were you also ordered to take me home? Aqua, now that you're a Keyblade Master, you've let it go to your head. I'm gonna go find Terra.
Okay, I'm gonna save each of these individual characters' motivations for a little bit later, but while Ventus is running off crying like a little bitch going, Terra! I love you, Terra! Okay, Aqua and Terra I'll save for a later date, but in the case of Ventus, my biggest problem with that cutscene right then and there for all three characters is that these supposed best friends who've known each other for a fair amount of years, Aqua and Terra even more so given that they were there long before Ventus, they don't explain anything. We'll find out exactly, you know, what sort of, oh no, Terra, you're doing dark things. And even though Aqua went to Terra's defense earlier on, all they really have to go on is Maleficent's word, which, you know, could mean absolutely fucking anything. We'll get to Terra in a little bit, but they never explain anything, or Terra never once defends himself in front of his friends by talking about his association with, you know, following the Master's orders while also, you know, helping out in a very different way. They never explain what that different way is, and we'll see that in Terra's story, but again, if he explained what happened, you know, all that stuff involving the Masked Boy and all that kind of stuff, everything would have gone smoothly. The only reason why it wasn't was because things were contrived to go this way. And again, at this point for Ventus' story, as we're going to be seeing by the end of the part, again, he knows Terra's okay, and he's gonna at least somewhat reconcile with him in a little bit. But after this point, his story literally has no other point apart from just fuck it, really. I mean, again, it's the fact that these characters don't really tend to communicate very well. I mean, which, for Ventus' story is fine because he's really had fuck all to do apart from, oh no, I gotta find Terra. But I mean, the fact that Aqua and Terra don't really communicate is also one of my biggest issues here, and there is also another point to this, primarily the fact that Ventus, again, has absolutely no reason to continue going on these adventures at this point. Because, I mean, again, at this point his main thing was finding Terra. Oh no, he'll be a different person. And I suppose you could say the whole, but Terra, you're getting closer to the darkness, is meant to be somewhat of a reason for Ventus' motivation, but that's not enough, especially given how the cutscene ends when Ventus reunites with Terra. I don't know. It's just a facet of Birth by Sleep's writing that really irritates me, and something that actually the Precise Climber actually brought up in part 1 of the commentary that's now being uploaded at this point is that, again, the Birth by Sleep trio, again, they're supposedly best friends, but they also don't know how to communicate with one another, and the writing itself for their friendship being dissolved is heavily fucking contrived in order to go a certain way, and again, it's not the way that real friends would act, and that's fucking, ugh. And again, they want them to desperately parallel to, you know, the Kingdom Hearts 1 trio, like, oh look, Ventus, he's meant to be like Sora, because he likes making friends? Except no, he's treated more useless and more like a fucking plot device, which again, to me that screams more Kairi as opposed to Sora, and again, you'll see a lot of those parallels as I point them out, and you might see them yourself by the time we get to the end of the commentary, because, ugh. Like again, they desperately want the whole like, oh, Terra, he's just like Riku because he's big and strong and has a fall to darkness like Riku, except does it all wrong. And, you know, then Aqua, because she's a girl, you know, has a steadfast belief in the light, dedicated to her friends, and does, you know, generally want to uphold the light. Again, something that screams more Sora, to the point where Mickey actually fucking points that out in Kingdom Hearts 3, in a actually kind of funny cutscene, because Riku initially thinks, oh shit, wait, Aqua's like Sora, does that mean she's fucking stupid and sees the best in everybody as well? I don't know, like, I mean, again, the game does desperately want to do that whole Star Wars prequel parallel thing, like again, kind of in a similar vein to, like, the whole, you know, Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker thing. It's like, oh no, well, Anakin was a whiny kid, and so was Luke in A New Hope, but they did a good thing, and the other did a bad thing. I don't know. Again, the parallels just don't quite work when characters... again, we're informed about certain characters' attributes and traits rather than being shown them. And again, that to me, that's kind of the distinction between Kingdom Hearts 1 and Birth by Sleep. In Birth by Sleep, we're told about characters' traits. Like, again, I should probably save this when we talk about Terra's story, but again, when it comes to Ventus, specifically how they try and parallel him to Sora or whatever, again, they talk about him, you know, the other aspect of his character apart from finding Terra is like, oh, he wants friends. Like, this new friend he's about to meet right now. which literally looks like they shrunk down Zexian's character model as opposed to making a child model. But yeah, they try to parallel him with Sora by saying, oh, he likes lots of friends, but again, we don't really see that. I mean, again, he does meet new people, and to be honest, I think it is more a facet of Japan having a very different stance on friendships, where even, I guess, culturally mild acquaintances are considered friends, even if you don't hang out with them very often, which, well, I mean, again, certainly speaks volumes to a lot of anime where, you know, characters meet new people and it's like, oh, we're friends now, even though we barely fucking interact, but I don't know. I guess maybe it's either a cultural thing that doesn't translate very well, or it's just, I don't know. Ventus irritates me, and, you know, again, I kind of made the joke earlier about calling him Princess Ventus, but by god, that is really gonna make the parallel between him and Kairi all the more fucking stronger as we go on, because, yeah, if you want to parallel him to a character, he has more in common with Kairi given how useless he is and how much of a plot device he's really treated as. But I'll stay my tongue on that because, well, shortly thereafter we have a parallel cutscene with Kingdom Hearts 2 and, well, a cutscene with Kingdom Hearts 2 abilities that we get as a reward for saving Ienzo. So, enjoy Vexen.
Ienzo, where are you? Answer me! Ah, there you are. Didn't I warn you not to wander off, child? I see where you are, thanks. We have done our best to raise the boy, since his poor parents are not here to do it.
Oh, you're on your own, huh? Sir, I'm looking for a friend of mine. He's a tall guy dressed kinda like me. Have you seen him?
Perhaps I did see him in the outer gardens. Just follow this road.
Thank you.
No, thank you for keeping Ienzo out of harm's way. And, well, let's say, I have a feeling we are destined to cross paths again.
And they never technically do, or maybe one scene in Kingdom Hearts 3, but that's really about it. And anyway, like, I mean, if they included scenes like this, rather than just shoving in pointless cameos of, you know, Alias and Dylan, this is the sort of development I was really looking for in terms of, you know, the organization's backstory. I mean, we have the whole thing about Evan, you know, knowing about Ventus apparently being a special case, so, was he aware of, like, Ventus from before, you know, the whole Union Cross stuff? Or, you know, a lot of the stuff that happened in between now and then? Because if so, why aren't we learning about that? I mean, I guarantee that we probably will for, you know, Kingdom Hearts 4 or whatever, but, that's, I don't know. We don't get as much development as we would like, and again, the whole prospect of trying to make Birth by Sleep, you know, a sort of middle episode as apart from, you know, the very beginning as was intended, is just a little bit irritating, but first, cutscene powers ahoy.
Terra! Take me with you.
I can't do that, Ven.
Why not?
When I really need you, Ven, I know you'll be there.
Well, why wouldn't I? You're my friend.
Yeah. You're right. Thanks, Ven. When I really need you, Ven, I know you'll be there.
Oh. I better tell Aqua.
So yeah, he knows that Terra is safe, they have reconciled. Again, Terra knows that, again, if he really needs Ventus, he'll be there for him. By the way, why we can't enter this little place is fucking mystery to me, but again, Terra's safe. Ventus knows he's got shit handled. He should go right the fuck home now. But he doesn't! On a slightly more positive note, Mickey's D-Link is actually one of the more useful ones, because not only do you get something similar to the Light Charge and the Holy Burst from Chain of Memories, but yeah. Again, if you level up his D-Link, you actually get some bonus EXP, which is rather useful actually, so yeah, level up Mickey's D-Link if you're looking to make grinding at least a little bit easier on yourself. But anyway, back to more bitching and complaining about Birth by Sleep. again, Ventus' story from this point, again, it isn't necessarily about finding Terra, or at least it is partially that, even though that he knows that Terra is safe and is, you know, on the level, or at least as far as he's concerned. But as far as everything else is concerned, Ventus' only other goal is to fuck off, go around the world and make friends, rather than going home where, you know, Aqua and Terra don't have to worry about him. And again, I realized that this was done for the sake of, you know, oh, we need to make sure that Ventus has a story, and what about that whole thing with the Mars boy? But again, his motivation for exploring around the worlds and traveling around is just pointless, which, I mean, again, they desperately want to parallel it to Sora because, like, oh no, Sora traveled around the worlds to make friends, but again, the context was different. I mean, Sora wasn't just out to make friends. Again, he was, in Kingdom Hearts 1, he was traveling around the world, sealing the keyholes, and he was pretty much making connections with people and, you know, befriending people as he went along on his adventure. Kingdom Hearts 2 was similar in that aspect. Again, he was defeating the organization that were in the various worlds that, you know, the Heartless were in, and again, he was befriending people along his journey. So again, like, he had a purpose for being there, but at the same time, he also befriended people when, you know, their paths coincided with his. Ventus, on the other hand, is just fucking bumbling about because, fuck it, who cares, really? So again, the idea of him making friends without really accomplishing a goal in mind is just pointless. And also here is one of the most useful abilities you will ever have in this game, at least when it comes to grinding. Mega Flare. Pretty great, a signature ability of Bahamut, actually. But of course, Mega Flare is nothing compared to what Donald Duck has in terms of his magical arsenal. Oh yes, indeed. You will see in Kingdom Hearts 3. But yeah, basically from this point forward, a lot of my... If you thought I was complaining about Ventus' story before, oh boy, I'm gonna be doing a lot more bitching, a lot more whining, some dancing, and some whinging. But yeah, basically Ventus' story from here on is basically just Kingdom Hearts, friends, whoopee. And again, like, I mean, out of all the Kingdom Hearts games, like, I mean, again, you might say that, you know, games like 358 over 2 days, or even Kingdom Hearts 2, leaned more towards Japanese storytelling in terms of its presentation, but Birth by Sleep really tends to take a lot of the more irritating quirks of Japanese, you know, writing, at least when it comes to, you know, the whole para-friendship, whoopee, whatever sort of things. And it really irritates the whole thing by basically going, oh, the whole point of this journey for shonen protagonists is making friends along the way. Except again, Ventus doesn't really accomplish anything, and again, if there is anything I can say about, you know, Terra and Aqua, they at least have goals in mind that they're trying to accomplish, and again, while not very well written in its own right, it at least shows that they're traveling around the worlds with a purpose, whereas Ventus is just sort of bumbling about doing fuck all, which is a bit of a shame considering the fact that, again, as a character, Ventus has a lot more going on purely because of what was introduced in Union Cross, but again, none of that's present in Birth by Sleep because it hadn't been written yet.
Aqua!
Ven! Were you able to find him?
Yeah, but he's gone.
Right. Then I can't stay here.
Let me go with you, Aqua.
No, Ven. Do as I say and go home.
Why won't you let me?
I don't want to put you in harm's way. You understand?
Aqua. Grab him by the scruff of the neck, take him to the land of departure, lock him up in his room, and tell him that he's getting no television before bedtime. You are meant to be responsible for him. Take him home. Don't leave. You fucking dolt.
Given up already? Come on, Ven. I thought you were stronger than that.
Ven, you almost had him. Just try it again.
Hey, wait. You're teaming up now? Ven,
You see all those dents and nicks you got?
Each one of those is proof you're learning.
You're trying too hard to move your body. You need to learn to let your body move you. Right? In your hand, take this blade. And so long as you have the makings, then through this simple act of taking, its wielder you shall one day be made.
What's that about? Who went and made you master?
Being a Keyblade master is all I've dreamed about.
Well, you're not the only one.
I know. You, me, and Ven all share the same dream.
This yours?
Lee, we don't have time for this.
Lighten up, Isa. It'll only take a sec. You still play with toy swords? That's cute. Now this right here, ta-da! What do you think?
Not a whole lot.
You're just jealous. I'm Lee. Got it memorized? What's your name?
Ventus.
Okay, Ventus, let's fight.
Fight? Why would I want to do that?
You scared of losing? Come on. Hope you're ready. Yeah, now we're talking.
You're gonna be sorry.
You had enough? 'Cause I'm willing to call it a draw if you are.
Huh? Right.
From where I stood, the only thing you drew was a big L on your forehead for loser, lame, laughable.
What? Isn't this the part where you cheer me up or something? You're just having a bad day, or that's what you get for pulling your punches. Some friend.
Oh, you mean I was supposed to lie?
You see what I gotta put up with? Sure hope you don't have friends like him.
Huh?
Lee, we have to go.
Okay.
Already?
I'll see you when I see you. After all, we're friends now. Get it memorized.
Okay. Lee?
What is it with you and picking up stray puppies?
I want everybody I meet to remember me. Inside people's memories, I can live forever.
I know I won't forget you. Believe me, I try all the time.
See? I'm immortal.
You're obnoxious.
You ready?
Well, I can tell you are.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Knowing who your friends are.
Yeah, so I mean, despite that being a nice little foreshadowing between the friendship of Roxas and, Axel, yeah, a bit of a pointless scene. And you want to know what Isa and Lee were doing? That's pretty much Axel and Sykes' human names, for those of you who don't know. yeah, not explained until Kingdom Hearts 3, and even if slightly Union Cross where they're potentially visiting Skuld, I think is meant to be her name, but again, we won't know for sure. It's one of the problems of writing backwards. Again, you don't get a lot of details, and again, while a lot of this might have started in Kingdom Hearts 2, these sorts of, withholding information traits are made a lot more irritating in Birth by Sleep, which drives me up the fucking wall. But I'll save all that bitching for next time when we get to the next set of worlds with Disney Town and Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Farewell, my friends.